guys, today we'll talk about the Batman. So the Batman is coming out this year, and I think Batman will probably do better than people will think. That's because the Batman basically has 2 weeks all to itself. 2 weeks all to itself. So what do you mean by 2 weeks all to itself? So the Batman is coming out on March 4th, and the film is expected to open anywhere from 145 to 185 million yen. Again, the movie, some people say 80 million, which again, millennials do not like long movies as well. But then they did stay for Spider-Man No Way Home, and that was 2 hours and 45 minutes, I think. So, I think length of movies do affect the... And Spider-Man No Way Home is actually only not even 2 hours and 40 minutes, but movies like Dune is pretty... I think Batman's even longer than Dune. Yeah, it's longer than Dune. That's surprising. Dune is actually shorter than the Batman. But the movie is anywhere could open from 80 million to 185 million. But again, this movie practically has 2 weeks all to itself. Why? Because of Disney. Okay, Disney basically gave this movie 2 weeks all to itself in the box. Of course, there'll be movies like Uncharted still out in theaters, and Dog, and Death on the Now, which will be basically, in comatose at this point. But, the Batman, has a $100 to $185 million budget. It is currently unknown for the actual budget, but the box office predictions can go anywhere from 80, which it will still be better than the Eternals, which is the most hilarious thing in the entire world. And there's also getting a Chinese release date, with something that Spider-Man didn't get. But can the movie make $1 billion? Is the real question. Then we will have to really see how it does domestically, but the movie will probably do better than you think. It could, and of course worldwide, it will open to like 150 to anywhere to $540 million. Again, these quote-unquote box office predictions, they think, the box office is do that well, blah, 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 blah. But I think based off Spider-Man, and people like this movie, and then again, nobody gives a shit what the Rotten Tomatoes establishment thinks. If they say the movie has like too much accent, or the movie's too dark, or something stupidly ridiculous like that, again, the Rotten Tomatoes establishment completely is a complete fool of themselves. The quote-unquote critics, they think they are the be-all and end-all for all film and movies, but we all know that their power over film and entertainment is slowly dying. Yes, if a movie's bad and the critics and both fans hate it, then it's guaranteed to flop. But if people actually like a movie and it has good word of mouth, like Alita, like Sonic, people are going to watch it. Okay, it doesn't matter. Oh, but it's not certified fresh, so it's not a good movie. Or blah, 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 blah. Like, who gives a shit if a movie's certified fresh or not? Okay, there's lots of good movies that the Rotten Tomatoes establishment completely hated when they came out. Okay, for Sonic movie, had 63% on Rotten Tomatoes, which isn't really too bad for the Rotten Tomatoes establishment giving the movie the score. But if the second movie gets like a lower score, then we all know the Rotten Tomatoes establishment is a bunch of complete and absolute clowns. That, the people who run the site are complete and absolute clowns, essentially. As well. But, we all know the Rotten Tomatoes establishment is a bunch of clowns, okay? They gave Cuties an 86%. Okay, but they give the Zack Snyder Justice League, a movie that everybody who watched it liked that movie, a 70, a lower score than even Captain Marvel. And actually, I think Lady Ghostbusters has a higher score than Sonic. Yeah, and Zack Snyder Justice League. Yeah, this movie has a higher score than Zack Snyder Justice League, and of course, Batman. Not Batman. And Sonic and Alita, or this movie hit. And again, on IMDb has a 6.9 out of 10, which I think is mostly from, woke bots giving this movie like the Turtles, Okay, with the Eternals, I think it's probably one of the most hated Marvel movies of all time, and one of the least watched Marvel movies of all time. And actually, The Eternals is down to 6.4 on IMDb, which makes it the worst Marvel movie of all time. Which means which means the stranglehold of the woke could not keep it at 6.8 forever. Okay, the stranglehold that the woke had on the Eternals, those IMDb score is no longer here, and it went down to 6.4. Which again is still higher than Birds of Prey and Justice League, but it should be a warning sign for Marvel going ahead. But will The Batman be a successful movie, or will it be a pile of shit? Well, it is coming out on March 4th, so we'll wait to see what this movie is. I think the plot leaks, it looks like an alright movie, as well. It looks like a pretty good Batman movie. I actually seen the plot leaks. It's a much more darker Batman movie, which, compared to The Dark Knight, and especially whoever the hell is Batman Robin, this is a actual darker and more gritty Batman movie, and it'll be like Alita Battle Angel pushing the limits of the PG-13 rating. Goodbye.